Okay, I'm way over here on the side. So if I bump my camera, I apologize, but this is the only way I could get it so you guys could see. I am also going to post a link in Classroom. Remember I talked about Eric Starnes being kind of like the piercing guru of the ceramic world? I'm going to link a video, or an article in Classroom if you want to read it. Might be a good idea. I was going to have you guys read it in class, and then this all happened, so I'm going to put it in there. It's not very long, but it might give you some pointers that I haven't talked about, which I don't think that it does, but it's always good to get somebody else's perspective. So I think it's about 6:45 in the evening. The lights going down. Sun's going away. It's always sad when the day ends, you know? I try to be as productive as I can. So I wake up pretty early. I don't know why, but I like the feeling that nobody else is awake. Plus, sometimes I just don't sleep. But I usually get up about 4:30, 5:15, somewhere in there. Drink some coffee, of course. And then get ready for the day. You know, it's really easy to get into a bad routine when we're not seeing each other every day. And I am guilty of it as well. Staying up too late and then sleeping in. Although I still have to do meetings in the morning. You know, we got these fancy conference calls that we do now. Now I know what it feels like to work from home. I always thought I would like it, but I don't know. I think it just takes some getting used to. I do like the fact I don't have to be somewhere in the morning. Specifically, I guess I gotta meet online with you guys, but it's kind of nice. Then but even before this, you know, I filled pretty much all my whole day. My rule is always that if I'm gonna watch TV, I gotta be doing something while I'm doing it. So a lot of times I will be on the treadmill working on computer stuff for my business and watching TV at the same time. And other times I'll just be on my treadmill watching TV. Kind of depends. But my rule is if I'm going to sit down on my couch and watch TV, which I love TV. Some people think, oh, you're killing your brain. And I guess, yeah, there's some truth in that. But it's entertainment, you know? So, anyway, my rule is that I work until the sun goes down. And then I allow myself to watch television on the couch. And that seems to be a good rule to follow. That way you've at least used the majority of your day in a productive fashion. I mean, usually I am working on my own personal artwork in the evenings, but this has taken some getting used to, bringing 3 studios essentially, but really just 2 studios together in order to teach from home. So I had to get organized, and now I think things will be a lot smoother. But I think I'll be able to just work, on projects that you guys are doing during the day, and then back to my normal schedule and working on my own personal stuff in the evening. So that's my hope anyway. And I think that will happen this week. So I got everything put away and got my ping pong table back. That's where I was doing my videos. And that's great, but my husband and I play a lot of ping pong. And we bet each other simple, silly things like who's going to make the coffee in the morning, who's going to take out the trash, who is going to fold the laundry. And, well, I'm undefeated, so pretty much my husband does it all. Just kidding. Sometimes I feel bad, and so then I do it anyway. Last week, I won 3 games in a row, and I bet him to detail my car. And he did. I sort of feel like sometimes, though, he pays somebody to do it. Which is fine. Everybody always asks if my husband is artistic. And I would say yes and no. Can he draw? No. Can he sculpt in clay? No. Is he good at painting? No. So in the fine art matter, I would say no, but I'm not sure that he ever really had any interest, and so that plays a huge part. But he is creative in the aspect of if he has to problem solve. So, and I sometimes lack in that department. Or my ideas are so obscure that I don't know how I would get it done or where I would get the supplies. So oftentimes he is somebody who I will bounce ideas off of in regards to stuff like that. For example, the famous question, if you were... do you see that? Do you see how that got really thin right there? Oh, let's see how far I went in. Where'd that go? Okay, I didn't go all the way through my clay wall, so I'm going to attempt to fix this. I got busy talking. I have a feeling, though, when I push that back out, that's going to snap that. Now, see, that's why you want to concentrate when you're working. I won't really know if that worked until we go to push these out. But you guys, you may want to keep like this half of your project covered. If you have any saran wrap or if you've got a small plastic bag, just as you're working your way around, because this may take you longer than it's taking me. And, every moment that your clay is out, it is going to dry. And so, if you feel like this is going to take you a while, I would definitely cover that side or else it could get too hard. and then you're going to have all sorts of other problems. It's going to break on you, and that would not be good. So keep that one side covered with either some saran, with some saran wrap or plastic. So see how like some of my edges, you can see where I didn't go all the way through the clay. So that's why when I was pushing on the outside, it wouldn't push really, you know, into the wall really easily. So that's why I'm saying you might want to go back through and do a second run through with your knife. So especially, so see that? So just kind of pay attention to the inside of your form as well. So that tells me, yeah, look it over here. So I'm gonna go back through and I'm gonna cut that again. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of gently go through and I'm gonna push these pieces out. Now you gotta be really careful about your edges. So this is what I'm saying, like if you feel like it's not coming out, don't force it. You know, you might have to go back through and you might have to cut. Because really, I would have loved to have made these thinner, but I was just too scared to have you guys take these home any thinner than what they are. So you should be okay. Just make sure you support the opposite side. And you know, if they come out in chunks, it's not a big deal like that. It's okay. It might even be a good idea to slice it down into a couple different pieces. That way you're not forcing it. Like so. And you can just let them fall on the inside. But this is where it gets tricky. So that's going to be a really sharp edge right here. And so what I'm doing is I'm just holding it on the inside. This like edge right here. Like this edge right here. I'm holding that on the inside with my finger. That way I don't bust this section. Because this is when it becomes really fragile. Remember I told you that this is one of the harder techniques. Like, I'm not kidding you. This is difficult to do. So go slow. And don't worry about like all this messiness right here. We'll clean all that up later, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video because it's getting really, really long. But I'm just gonna go through and I'm gonna do the same thing over and over again. And I'm even gonna maybe probably go through and cut these again. I'm gonna cut them down the middle. That's what I'm gonna do. And you can pop them out from the front too. It doesn't really matter, just be careful. So if your clay is thinner, it pops out easier. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep going down the path of cutting out pushing out my sections, and I will see you again in a little bit. Oh my gosh, my hair's a mess and I look really tired in this video. But that's what happens when you wake up as early as I did. So 48 minutes, that's how long that was. Yeah, I'll try to get this to fast forward because nobody's gonna watch that long unless you want to hear me banter throughout the video. So the next one will be of me pushing out all the pieces and then how do you clean it up. So that'll be your final step in the piercing process. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.